So people always thought when I wore this that I was much taller, and they were always disappointed when they met me in person. And they're like, oh, I thought you were so much taller. Hi, I'm Carolina Orlovsky, and this is my Ballroom Candy Diary. Oh my, oh wow, this is a blast from the past. This brings back so many exciting, fun memories for me. This was my very first United States final. I think I was probably 23 years old, and I will not tell you how long ago that was, but it was a long time ago. The dress I'm wearing has not a single rhinestone on it, and it was the most brilliant thing we could have done in a sea of rhinestones. I designed this dress on my own. I had a friend in Brooklyn make it for me, who was a seamstress. I traveled an hour and a half by bus and subway from New Jersey to Brooklyn. This dress made me feel fierce. It made me believe in the power of my movement and that it spoke for itself. Wow. To see my hair so slicked back in this bun is a far cry from where I ended my career. I have a background in ballet, and this dress really evolved from the black dress. We wanted to do something saturated in color, and this electric blue really helped pop on the dance floor without rhinestones. Now, this dress was designed by my very first sponsor, Donna Inc., by Donna Hamza. Here there's a little bit more skin, a little higher slit, so more leg and back. That was not featured with the black dress. What started happening was complaints that I was too covered. And so this was our first attempt to show more skin. As I was new to this world, I was listening to coaches and my sponsor, and we went with this two-piece, same designer, Donna Inc., Donna Hamza, my very first sponsor. I was totally petrified to wear a two-piece for the first time. It's hard sometimes to have the most positive body image of yourself. After becoming a mom and having a baby, I so appreciate what I thought was not good enough and look at it and see somebody that looks amazing. And as you can see, the flower is still with me throughout this course of history. This is well into our time being finalists now. This is the following years. Now, this is not as classical as the other dresses, obviously. Here we go into a more wild look. We wanted something that said Latin America, where it's hot and flowers grow. We went with orange and black, and we found this incredible fabric at a fabric store in the garment district in New York City called Mood. And we took it to a fabulous seamstress that we have in Brooklyn. I took a trip from New Jersey to Harlem, and I found an amazing lady who cornrowed my hair. I went to the competition on the subway, mind you, from Harlem, and we added the curls and the volume right before I danced. The choreography had me whipping and throwing my hair around like a crazy animal. And at this point, I'm starting to believe in myself. I have to thank Espen Salzberg because he is the designer and the vision behind this look and this dress that made me feel like $1 million. If American Rhythm went to a black tie event, American Rhythm would wear this. I remember opening the sketch of this dress. It was the most immaculate, beautiful illustration I've seen of any costume I've ever worn. It's actually what inspired me to eventually study illustration and apply to fashion school. It was the way he drew this dress. Espen designed the dress, and Donna Hamza, Donna Inc., she made this dress. It was always my dream, my goal to wear pink. This was totally unique at the time. Nobody was wearing anything like it. I was the only one on the floor. This dress was inspired by a shirt. And I remember taking this shirt slash dress, the shirt dress, to my sponsor, Donna, and asked her, I feel amazing when I practice in this. Can you please make this for me? And this dress was certainly a risk to wear because when I moved, it went up. It was all legs and became super short. But outside of that, I loved wearing it. Of course, the biggest change is I'm no longer in a bun. This is the first time I'm debuting a short bob. Carolina cut her hair off. Oh my gosh. She came out and she's looking completely different from the ballet girl. I also have to mention the importance of makeup. The first person that helped me was a man by the name of Alan Tornsberg. He really transformed me to a different human, and it was shocking to me, and I had to learn these skills. One of the things that I came to understand is that I looked better in natural colors with a brown undertone, and I looked better when I looked like me, a version of me still. Wow, okay, this is a big deal. This dress is a very, very big deal. This was the birth of a fierce, sexy, powerful Carolina. This dress symbolizes I am no longer afraid to show my skin. This dress was actually made by Chrisanne, and I remember my coach, Rufus Dustin, walked by and he's like, "You are wearing that. You are not taking this off. You're wearing that tonight." Okay, I'm wearing this tonight. Are you sure I should wear this? I remember this was the dress that took me to the United States final again, except instead of just making the final, we landed in second position. And that was a huge jump for us. Now, this is my first time ever dancing with basically head to toe paillettes. And paillettes are flat, but when in motion, they can kind of cut you a little bit like tiny little paper cuts. But the dress is magical. A completion, really. But now we're going down the road of let's be animals. Let's stick with the animal theme. I'm no longer kind of in between states. I've completely committed to this direction. Now, Dawn Smart of Doré Designs had a really brilliant vision for this dress of paillettes, and she made it in head to toe gold. The gold paillettes end up looking like coins. I could hear them. I could hear the sound they made. They gave me a whole different sensation, a gypsy vibe. The cameraman went crazy for the dress and basically followed us around for our entire swing, and we got tremendous camera time. I think it's really critical to be known and have an identity on the floor. And once you can solidify, this is my brand, this is my identity, it's easy to recognize you. Now at this point, I have fans and we have an audience base who trusted that this look that Dawn Smart and Doré helped me create, this was just fulfilling the brand. Carolina is going to show her sides, her legs are going to be open, and there's going to be some shaking going on. This empowered us as a couple. It made it very clear to find us for every judge. They didn't know what version of it I would come out in, but they knew it was me. Same look, really, but in fringe, and we elongated the whole center and back. Of course, I'm on my toenails in this picture, which helps elongate the legs lines. If you can be on your toenail rather than the ball of your foot, it always makes things that much longer. And when you're 5'4", I'm now no longer in a hoop. Accidentally, one of the comps, my partner got his pinky stuck in my hoop and ripped the ear open. So this is just me by myself, looking intense and fierce and ultra dramatic. This is Doré Designs. This is Dawn's vision. I felt amazing dancing in this, and I felt it looked very expensive, although still showing a tremendous amount of skin. Going from a hard paillette with heavy stones to going to a soft rayon fringe, it feels as soft as hair. It was really lovely to be able to wear something that looked so elegant and was very long, but felt so light and easy to dance in. Now, seeing this picture, it brings me joy because here it looks like I'm having the time of my life. This brings me joy and happiness. This look is the brilliant scheming and planning of Dawn Smart at Doré Designs again, who merged my initial look of classical ballerina with crazy wild animal paillette lady. And this is done in an emerald green. I kept saying I wanted my back, my bum area, as they say in Britain, bum, to be more covered. So this picture is tough for me because this is Ohio Star Ball, and Felipe was dancing with a 9mm herniated disc. He was a trooper and got through this whole day with unfair amount of pain. It was a tough day for us. This dress was also very amazing to dance in. The team, Dawn, myself, Felipe, we all nailed this look, and I couldn't have done it without everyone at Doré Designs. This is an ombre. This went from yellow to orange to red. coming back to that signature elegant look. And I am wearing a choker. Chokers are never comfortable, but they do remind you to stand up very straight and keep your head elongated, and no extracurricular activity here unless it's absolutely necessary. This was our very last time dancing at the United States Dance Sport Nationals in Orlando, Florida. We did not officially retire until a few months later, but we knew it was going to be our last event together. Everything was heightened, the emotions, the sensations, the pressure for everything to be as perfect as it could be for the last time. It was an incredible day. Now here I'm wearing a flower that came back in my hair from the very early days of Carolina in the beginning, with no rhinestones, and the flower in her hair making the first US final. And here I am with the flower in my last US final. This bodysuit was encrusted with hundreds of dollars of rhinestones all the way around through the whole bodysuit, through the back, through the crotch. I remember the Dance Beat article that came out after we danced saying Carolina and Felipe could have perhaps placed even higher if it wasn't for the distraction of her bejeweled crotch. And I found this comment so horrifying. There's a lot of bejeweled crotches. There's a lot of rhinestone bodysuits. They came after this many times on different people, and it just became more mainstream and accepted. You have to dance for yourself, and you have to believe in your vision and what you see as true. I still don't regret it. I'd do it again. Thank you so much, Ballroom Candy, for going through my whole ballroom fashion diary of my entire career with me. I appreciate you all so much. I think we did okay. And now, after going through all those memories, it's time for me to finally have a candy. I wonder what it is. Ooh, caramel. I'm very excited.